since we're all getting rich next month, borrowing against XRP making payments seems like the payments would be too high to justify borrowing, 12 to 15%. So just sell. Or where do you get better returns? Explain more. So you don't have to borrow against your whole position. So let's do some math real quick. Let's say you had, call it 100,000 XRP, just for easy math here. And you're going to take a loan against 25% of that, okay? Your loan's at 12 to 15% against 25% of that. It's $1,000 XRP. Just humor me, okay? So you got $100 million. You're going to borrow $25 million. The LTV on that's, call it, 80%. So you're able to borrow $20 million at low end. We'll do 12%. That way it's monthly payments. So 12% would be 1% a month of 20 million. It'd be $20,000, $200,000 a month. The rest of your XRP, the $75 million worth of XRP that you would have, could be put to work at, call it 4%. Very conservative, low returns. But because it's 3 times as much, the 4% that you're earning off of the 75% could service the debt at a 12% interest rate on the 25%. And that's how you would structure that, right? Like, you're not going to borrow against the whole thing. You're going to borrow against a portion of it and take the other portion of it and put it to work somewhere where conservatively it makes enough money to be able to offset those interest payments for you. Then you have your cake and eat it too. You borrow the $20 million. Don't have to pay it back. The other XRP is being put to work to pay the loan back for you. You get to the end of the note because it's an interest-only simple note, and you just roll it on the same collateral. Or if you have more money 12 months from then and XRP is $10,000, then you could borrow another zero, right? And do the same thing, rinse and repeat for the next year. Again, not advocating that anybody does this. I'm just laying out some numbers and ways that you could structure it in order to be able to service the debt and still be able to borrow against it. I think that that's how a lot of people are going to be working this. And then in addition to that, if I get what I want to happen, you will be able to borrow against the XRP that is earning interest. Kind of like taking a HELOC out on a rented home, right? So if somebody's in the home, you borrow against the equity in that house. They are making payments to be able to rent the home. You're using that to service the debt. Free money, right? So that's the dream, is you're able to put your XRP to work in liquidity pools or other DeFi protocols and then borrow against your interest in the liquidity pool or the DeFi protocol. And it's spitting off 8 to 10% a year to be able to service the debt for, what you borrowed against, tax free. And then you could do your whole bag, right? But if it can't be authenticated and you can't borrow against your interest in the liquidity pools or the DeFi, then it's probably going to need to be separated out. And you're probably going to need to be a little bit more strategic about how much you're borrowing against and how much is being put to work. And again, if you want better people than me, I know enough to get in trouble, you should speak with Digital Wealth Partners. We have 30 advisors over there. All of them are licensed and trained to be able to work with people in this capacity to make sure that you're making the best decisions for you and your family.